let's talk about Microsoft and how they want to buy Discord for $10 billion with a B. This was a SPAC rumored. Discord was a rumored, SPAC that was supposed to happen, but $10 billion. Does anybody know any other players that we have in this deal? Or Microsoft's the only one I saw that's been publicly
You think who are the big players for TikTok? Are they going to come back and try to make a play?
There was Oracle at one point.
Oracle, Walmart, and then Walmart decided to team up with Oracle. It just
Microsoft
turned a huge mess. Microsoft was one of them. That's why I said is this going to turn into that?
What the hell is Oracle or Walmart going to do with this? Microsoft makes sense. They can integrate this with Office 360, Microsoft Dynamics and whatever, and Azure and all that stuff. But this is not. I don't understand what Walmart is going to do with this. Are they going to? Here's your CD.
I'm Discord. Just wondering.
They just want customer information is all they want.
Exactly. There are users, and the reason I like Microsoft is based on how they've been I love their work with LinkedIn, right? A social networking app. That LinkedIn was popular, fine, but it wasn't as popular as it now. Microsoft turned LinkedIn into what it is today.
Yeah.
And so I was in Discord, I don't know much about Discord. I barely use it. I got on because of Gogia and try to buy these Top Shot packs, but it's just is there a lot of potential?
There's 300 million users.
Yeah, Discord is pretty big.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think Microsoft tries their hand with these gaming related companies. They try to start their own streaming service. Didn't work out that well. They're buying this Discord. I feel like the company that actually should buy Discord is Amazon, because they can integrate that with Twitch.
Yeah.
And that that takes away the gaming, and then now they're also getting into the rest of the communication where they have for everybody else who's into the NFTs, stocks, whatever. There's so many Discords out there that have so many communities that Amazon can harvest a lot of information from.
That would make sense, but honestly, what I think, I don't think Amazon cares about Twitch. They literally just bought it because it was popping up. They're like, all right, we want to own that. And then they just threw in, okay, you get Prime, you can use that during that too, whatever. But since then, I used to be on Twitch a lot, watching streams. I go occasionally now to watch some stock streams, but in the community on Twitch, no one thinks Amazon is there to help the people streaming and all that. It's mainly just the Twitch team that's there, and Amazon is just there to say oh yeah, we own that, and if there's anything, they have the major oversight. Then
maybe Google or Alphabet, they can buy it, integrate it with YouTube. Because the YouTube their comment system garbage. So yeah. I think it could work.
I like that the Google one. After you said that Amazon doesn't care about Twitch, I thought Google with YouTube and how their YouTube Live is constantly having issues when people stream is still watch it. It's fine.
Yeah.
But that would make sense for them to take over Discord, because then you can integrate it with Hangouts or whatever the new Hangouts is. That's supposed to Hangouts was shut down 9 years ago. Yet I'm still on Hangouts.
Stupid.
I don't know.
Stupidest thing ever.
I'm so sad about Stadia.
Oh, that shut down, right? That's
Google Plus.
The Stadia, they're kind of forking it off. They're losing a lot of exclusive stuff because they're not coming up with their stuff as quickly. But I think they'll be around for a little bit until they decide to shut it down, and there'll be a memorabilia that I have in my drawer of controllers.
That's fair enough. Google has a lot of failed stuff if you really think about it.
Yeah.
I have a Google One plan for Google Drive.
A Google what?
Google One. I have 2 terabytes of space on Google Drive, right? But that was supposed to be a bunch of stuff. And all I use it for is space at this point. I think the Discord makes sense so that Teams doesn't lose market share and they can just take Discord. And then Teams is even bigger now. You have 300 million.
I think if they get Discord in for Microsoft, they can definitely compete against Slack much heavier.
To be
outside
honest,
of the the Office market space, this kind of gives them the commercial market space that's outside of Office that can get there.
I don't see the difference, and someone tell me. I don't see the difference between Slack and Discord. They honestly look a lot alike. They're
very similar for sure.
And I use both. I use Slack for other other stuff, and then I use if I shared my screen right now, I'm in 10 discords. I'm in the Wall Street Bets Discord. When that shut down, I got in before it shut down. And I'm just in all these like random discords, and they're great. Like honestly, I love Discord just for random like conversation. But like Teams makes the most sense for like them to integrate with Teams.
I think the biggest thing that Slack has over all of the other two is the user interface. I feel like Slack has the best user interface. Teams and Discord are a little lacking in that sense because sometimes I catch myself getting confused. I'm like, wait, I'm in these groups, but where are they? I'm stuck on my page, like my profile. It just there's so many things I feel like they're not as intuitive as they are on Slack, and I think there's some sort of learning that they need to do with that, and hopefully if they can add that in there, they can definitely improve both products. But we'll see.
They all look the same to me. I use all three. They look literally all the same to me. Which is nice. When everything is the same, it's kind of like, yo, this is easy to use when it's all the time. But it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Do you know if this rumor scooted up Microsoft's like stock at all? Do we know? I didn't look.
I haven't looked.
I didn't watch the market that much today.
I just had Microsoft, so like I don't care. I'm not gonna do anything with it. It's just
I just pumped some money into Microsoft and
they're up
just like
0.67%.
After market or right now?
Right now, like at the end of trading.
After market, they're up 2 cents. They're 2 cents. Yeah, rolling that dough. All right, what else we got over here? All right, I know this is Anatol that wrote this. IPOF potential target. Stripe unlikely.
Wait, how'd you know?
I mean, listen, I'm pretty sure you work for Chamath somehow. I don't know how, but if you do, you should be more successful. In my opinion,
I mean,
I think he's trying to balance out Chamath's margin calls that have been happening. So
if he's hiring for what social capital,
yeah,
head of that one. If he's trying to hire, I mean, I'm always looking. But so I was reading something, and this like really I found interesting. Right, Stripe is a private company. Their valuation is $36 billion, and they said IPOF, given Chamath's like how he's done in SPACs, and he's quote unquote the SPAC king. They're saying this is potential, and this is a potential target, but they've only raised $1 billion for this SPAC. So it's like it just doesn't make sense. Even with the pipe, Stripe's valuation is way too high for it to actually make sense. But people, of course, are still talking, like knowing Chamath, like he can potentially do this. Now, the other question comes to is like Chamath for IPOF has till October of 2022 to make a deal before he has to give back all the money that he took from investors at $10 a share. So I'm going to lose a lot of money. I've already realized, but still, like, just look at it's like, you think that's a possibility?
Nah, I think there's too many potentials out there that he'll pick something else up. If it's not Stripe, he'll pick something else.
How much did you raise?
You're not gonna have to pay back.
I think $1 billion was the.
Yo, Reddit's trying to go public. I'm just saying. Reddit's also trying to go. There's a lot of companies trying to go public. That like I saw.
I feel like Reddit should not go.
It shouldn't
public. They should literally just mint their own crypto. Some sort of blockchain, and then just be decentralized.
Everyone would buy that.
Stay as decentralized. That's their biggest thing, right? They gotta stay decentralized.
Can you imagine the shareholder meeting for Reddit? Because there's gonna be one guy that's like on Reddit every day that just happened to be really rich that buys into it, and he's gonna start calling into those shareholder meetings, asking dumb questions like, "So why isn't Wall Street Bets the first thing I see when I come in?" Like
that's Roaring Kitty.
Rose is gonna buy into it.
It's gonna be Roaring Kitty, bro.
Yeah, right. Well, if he's not testifying in front of Congress, I am not
exactly.
I am not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
Can you put that right here?
I'm not a cat.
Let's see. So I was trying to pull it up. Someone else talk because I'm gonna try to pull up. There's this graphic that has every SPAC that's like possible, and I was gonna share a few, but I don't have it up ready because I'm not good at this, guys. I'm just learning still. You think after 3 podcasts I would learn, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing still.
No, I think the SPAC game, even though I feel like, or people say it's in somewhat of a bubble, I feel like it's a good potential like alternative to going through the traditional process, and I think it'll stay there for such foreseeable future. And I think there's a lot of potential to kind of, it's like a marketing scheme, right? I feel like the way SPACs work or SPACs work, they're just marketing. They're like, they create hype, they get the company up and running and in the public's eye, and then after that, there's not much of a push usually. So I think it's like any quick return investment for short term you want to think of can go through SPAC. So
I just had to look this up. It was actually kind of funny. In 2020, SPACs raised $87-ish billion. As of February 25th, 2021, since the beginning of the year, so less than 2 months, they've already raised $58.9 billion.
So marketing game, man.
Crazy. That is crazy.
I think
we need to create our own SPAC, hire people from Apple because they're the biggest marketing geniuses there is, and just take random companies live and
we already have our ticker name, RAOF.
Yeah.
What does this stand for?
Also, why
random acts of finance, bro.
Apple? You're right. Apple has the best marketing scheme because why the hell do I need a Lidar in my cell phone to take pictures? I don't. Okay, I don't need.
Actually,
no one needs that.
No, there is.
The average person.
You're invested in Materport, right?
Yes, I am, but very, very little. Not a
so
lot. I'm waiting for it to
you can
turn to
download
Matterport.
download the Matterport app, right? And you can literally create those 3D renderings of anywhere. And the loss you have without the LiDAR is that with normal photo technology, you can only go up to 10 feet if you're outside or if it's brightly lit.
What the hell?
But with LiDAR, you can get everything.
What the hell do I have to do that with my messy ass room so I can show people my messy ass room? No one needs to see that.
It's not about your room. It's about, think about it. Instead of you having to hire somebody to get a crazy camera to do this for your house, if you're trying to sell your house, you can do it yourself. And that you just put that up and that increases the value. Also, this lets you create, like, let's say a company has a museum or something, right? They can literally do a 360 of the museum. You can easily, watch. And the biggest benefit is, this last point. The biggest benefit is, let's say you're trying to get some housework done, right? You're going to call in 10 different contractors. They're going to come measure, whatever. You're going to spend 10 days talking to these guys, getting quotes and all that. You can literally, there's a connection they're trying to create, is you can literally make a 3D rendering of your house. It gives you exact measurements. You have the portal. You can upload it like, hey, contractors, here's the measurements. Give me a bid. And then here, less than 5 seconds, they can tell you how much it's going to cost, and you can take care of all the bids right away.
The last one is the best one that you have. The other two is, in my mind, from a standpoint of some technology that already existed, the Google version of it with the sphere thing is kind of the same.
Yeah, but for that, you have to pay extra money for that. You have to buy that camera.
Oh, you just have to buy that. It's in their phones. It's in their phones without a LiDAR.
Oh yeah, but the thing is that's the benefit of the LiDAR is the range in light conditions, because currently with just a camera, 10 feet is the max you can do, and if it's super bright, it won't work.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing that there's reasons, but my point was that they're marketing geniuses, because there's 13-year-olds with these phones that were like, I need this new camera, telling their parents, and
maybe they want to become architects.
No, they don't. They just want to get on the gram and on TikTok. Stop it.
You guys remember those commercials when they used to make fun of the Samsung phones, where they were like, hey, look, my thumb only reaches this high. Why do I need a bigger screen or bigger phone? And literally the next year, they're like, hey, we're making the screen larger. And everybody's like, yeah, this is the best idea ever.
Dude, no. Literally 9 years after widgets were made, they're like, widgets! 9 years. Look at what we invented. Get the fuck out of here, man.
And guess what? I'm still like, wow, Apple did something great.
Listen.
We all buy iPhones.
Oh, think about it. The ease of use. I have an Android for my work phone, and it's not the same. It feels cheap. Like look at this. It broke. What the hell? This one? I threw it on carpet. It's fine.
But the thing is, even though it broke, it's gonna cost you 10 times less to get a new one or repair it. If your iPhone broke, they're gonna be like, sorry, you gotta buy a new one.
Yo, if my iPhone broke, we'd have to get me a mortgage. All right, we gotta get me a mortgage to get this shit out. God forbid I have to call Apple Care to get this. No, let me not do that. Apple Care is actually really easy to use. So let me not do that.
Yeah.
Go. Then you would
You're
actually have to
paying for
invest
it.
that $1,000 that you have for the stock.
No, I got Apple Care, bro. I got Apple Care. I'm on that upgrade plan. I got that Apple Care for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just gonna throw this back out there for the SPAC talk. So
Yeah.
there's like a huge list I have here of all these potential like SPACs. I'll just spew off some that are like big names that anyone might know. So one is BuzzFeed, Lime Scooters. I'm looking into it for that one.
I don't understand why BuzzFeed
I
is
hate Lime
trying to go
Scooters.
public, bro.
They're like a news organization for millennials. They're media.
Did you guys hear
conglomerate.
about Twitter potentially buying out CNN?
What?
How?
Yeah.
Can they
Yeah.
afford CNN?
They have a lot of money.
But they'd have to buy it from Turner. Like Turner would have to be wanting to sell it because they're not like.
I mean, just.
CNN
I mean, I don't know how reputable this is, but I read it somewhere where they're trying to buy, CNN.
I don't believe that. If they do,
know.
that'd be wild because Turner would have Turner Media would have to want to give it up on top of that.
Yeah.
So like
that's true.
Like I don't know why you would. Like that's so weird. I don't know. That would be crazy though. I'll give you a couple more. McLaren is also trying to IPO. Yes, the McLaren. I'm looking at the logo.
They have done significantly well with the start of the 560S or 570, whatever that car was.
570, yeah.
Yeah, it was the one before that, the 560, the original one, the McLaren, right?
The one every
since
YouTuber
that came
buys.
out.
Yeah, everybody has it.
After that, they've done really well in the like the supercar market, and now this what's the next level called, like the LaFerrari and what are those?
The hypercars.
Hypercar, yes, the hybrid hypercar, like the McLaren P1 competes with the LaFerrari, the 918.
Let me give you
Spider.
Let me give you free game.
I'm just gonna wait 5 years. I'm gonna buy it for like four tenths the price.
Yeah, it's still gonna be like $400,000.
Yeah, but the LaFerrari will be $40 million.
Yeah,
exactly.
Let me give you some free game. You can pay for school, but you can't buy class. All right, that's give you free game. All right, you can pay for school, but you can't buy class. That's what a McLaren is. That's what a Lambo is, and that's the difference between that and a Ferrari. Okay, I'll just throw the last few out. WeWork is on this. Triller, the boxing thing. Vox Media, GitLab. I'm trying to see. Blockify is on this list. Vice Media.
I feel like GitLab is a good potential for either Google or Microsoft to put, buy in.
Didn't GitHub got bought? Didn't GitHub get bought by somebody? No, Stack Overflow got bought by somebody.
I don't know.
Which
You have to
one?
look that
Something
up.
got bought. Like something.
I think I heard that too. Either Git or Stack Overflow got bought out, but
I'm looking it up because I really feel like Stack Overflow got bought.
No. GitHub is owned by Microsoft.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they already own it.
They're a
Okay.
parent company. Yeah.
So GitHub
So
and
what's the
GitLab
difference
must be two different things.
I guess, yeah.
But they literally do. I think GitLab is the enterprise version because I've only used GitLabs at work. Never used GitHub. I use GitHub for myself.
Yeah, it's funny. The GitHub and GitLab wiki are saying not to be confused like by the other. So like I don't think they're together or part of the same.
It's wild that they use the same name that close. And then the last few: Bloomberg, Subway. Subway's not public. That's wild to me. Reddit is on here. Discord is on here. Obviously.
Bloomberg wants to go public.
That doesn't seem like a good look, in my opinion.
Yeah.
People are really gonna judge the $30,000 of Bloomberg terminal.
Yeah.
A month, bro. It's not even like a 30,000 at one time.
A really good one would be Impossible. Beyond has done well.
It would be.
Yeah.
It's a better product.
But I think in the short term, yeah, they can go public. There's money to be made, but I don't know the longevity of these companies, man, because the food that they're creating, it's not healthier for you. It's just an alternative to people who want to, get that same texture and feel and flavor maybe of meat, but it's not healthier for you. So,
but can't they?
I don't know.
Like
taste. You just get the same taste, but you're still getting the same bad stuff.
yeah, it's just so many oils. I don't think your body's supposed to process that many oils.
But I mean, they can iterate and make it healthier, right? This is only like version 2, right? I mean, their whole entire $1 billion operation must be built on more than just that one patty, right? Like you gotta iterate.
I mean, it's not just the one patty, but everything is made of something or somewhat similar, materials, I would call it. But
I would argue
I don't
the
know.
McRib does amazing, and it's not healthy in any way, shape, or
Yeah, but they're
form.
not trying to be. They're not trying to be. They know what they are, and people still buy them because it tastes delicious, and they know it's bad for you.
Fair,
Versus,
fair.
I feel like the Beyond and Impossible, they're trying to go for it's healthier, but I don't know. So
Ooh, okay. I just have one more that I want to bring up because I'm very confused, and then we can move on from this topic because I don't want to dwell.
Okay. Yeah.
IBM Watson Health is its own thing. I didn't know that. Didn't know that. I thought IBM just owned it, but I'm looking at it. Can someone look that up? Is IBM Health?
maybe they separated it out because health data versus other data they want to kind of siphon that off because maybe
Maybe.
PII or PHI, whatever it is.
Fair enough. Well, so just that rounds out the idea of there's lots of SPACs that Chamath can get into. There's a lot of companies that are willing to take this money. A lot of them.
I need him to get into something soon because I'm
Yeah.
just
Just let them know. Just email or call them. Let them know. Don't buy BuzzFeed. That's not a good look.
BuzzFeed's already rumored with
Is
somebody.
he hiring?
It means answering tweets.
Exactly.
No,
I like all his tweets. I'm hoping one day he notices.
maybe. No, do them all one night at like 4 a.m, right before he wakes up. You can just see all of them just be you. And then you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna block you.
He's like, here's another bot.
Yeah. All right, let's
But I wonder, like, if you're a famous person, like you must your DMs must be blowing up every day. Like,
I don't
how
think
do
they
you
check.
manage that, bro? Like, but how do you what if there's an actual reputable person? Like, I don't know if you guys watch Meet Kevin, and some of the he'll DM some people or like they'll DM him. I'm just like, how do you manage who's real and who's not? There's like so much you have to filter through.
So for him,
I think they have a PR team too.
No, Meet Kevin has no PR team.
No, there's a lot you can do. Like you can have DMs, so only people you follow and they follow you can DM you. So no random DMs are coming in. So you can kind of block it off that way.
Yeah, because
And
no,
if someone big, they'll just follow you, and you'll be like, "Oh, this person's following. Follow back." Take care
yeah,
of
no,
it, and then-
I understand that. I don't know. Maybe Meet Kevin follows the CEO of what's the name? Voyager.
Shift.
No, Voyager, because so he had the CEO of BlockFi on, and BlockFi CEO made some sort of comment that was alluding to something shady going on at Voyager. So the Voyager CEO saw that and he DM'd him, and then the next day he was on with me, Kevin. And I was like, how do you know that it's like this real person within like
Blue
so
checks.
many?
Are they
And that's the
verified?
thing. I don't know if he has a blue check or not, because he shouted out his Twitter handle that was CEO of Voyager, and it was just like what he's had since he was like in college or something. Like it's like a very random
So
name.
how you get there's like an application process to becoming verified.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's not just you just get verified. So I think when you're a CEO of that big of a company, they would probably want to verify you. So there aren't people out there scamming. So which is funny
I
because
guess.
me, Kevin, isn't verified. So
Yeah, that's what I'm
once you
saying.
get verified, you'll probably get more perks of like
Maybe
things getting kind of like
filtering
cleaned
and
up.
yeah. Maybe some AI involved in there.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll all get verified soon. We'll know.
I've been trying to get verified, dude.
For
like
what have you done
since
to get
2000
verified?
Yeah.
I don't know. Be on Twitter, like some tweets, like all your tweets.
Bro, your nine followers don't get you verified.
I got like 40. Okay.
Your ratio is fucked up because your ratio is like you're following 80,000 people and 3 people following you. It's the other way around.
It's not my fault that people don't follow me. I can't help
Maybe
that.
it's your tweets. Maybe it's your tweets.
I don't tweet it all though.
That's also.
I don't know. All I see is I love you, Chamath. Can you hire me?
Chamath, I'm outside. Open the door. All right, let's get into this last topic here. Biden's $3 trillion plan. I want to know your guys' thoughts on it.
I don't know much about the plan. I haven't really looked much into it, and what I heard was today it got delayed again.
It's gonna take forever.
News, right?
This is not gonna be the plan that is put in front of him today. Will be a very different plan when it comes out because this is gonna take a lot of bipartisanship, which sounds like it doesn't exist anymore. But the idea of it overall is a good idea. Like infrastructure needed to be fixed years ago. Of course, it's going to cost a lot of money. It's like if your house is a pipe been leaking and you just let it keep leaking, the floors are going to get ruined and the foundation is getting ruined. You have to fix all of it if you don't do it earlier, right? Like that's just stuff this is compounding problems, right? So if it is all those like that, and then there's like education stuff that like to give more money into like more poorer neighborhoods, things like that, refixing bridges and like highways and things like that. That's like the first 2 phases. I don't know any phases past that. That's all I read on
Okay.
Wall Street Journal so far. So, I mean, it's gonna bring jobs, right? That's probably what's gonna happen. It's gonna bring jobs, and it's gonna give lower middle class people money, pretty much, and opportunity.
So I mean, can you give like an outline of what's so far pointed out that is supposed to be in
It's
the
not.
plan?
It hasn't been given to. It hasn't been released yet. It hasn't been got, at least as of
Yeah.
noonish. It hasn't. It wasn't
Mhm.
in Biden's hands yet, and it hasn't been released yet.
Okay.
So this is something that House Democrats are probably going to be writing up, sending to Biden to kind of proofread, sending it to the
Okay.
Senate. It's going to get kicked back. They're going to take shit out. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a total mess. But
Yeah.
I guess from the standpoint of what does this do to the market, should theoretically help, right? It should. It's jobs. It's rebuilding infrastructure. There's gonna be a lot of companies involved in rebuilding that infrastructure, right? Like that should be a sector of
Yeah.
construction that should be like booming.
I mean, yeah, construction. If this comes out literally right as the pandemic is kind of ending and people are getting back out there and stuff, construction will just continue to go up. Just keep buying Caterpillar. That's all you need, literally. And then,
Yeah.
because right now, I mean, construction is already on a boom. Even with commodities such as lumber just skyrocket, so expensive. And I think once that kind of settles down and then everything's opening back up, if this plan goes into play right around then those companies are going to continue on their high.
Yeah,
Just ride it out until at least the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, it's hopefully, like they say, stocks only go up, right? Anything like this, as long as it helps the stock market, we'll all make money. Everyone gonna be happy.
Yeah.
How
No,
long?
there's
How long do you think they can keep that going though? Like everything that goes up must come
Stock
down.
market
right?
rally.
Yeah.
If you're Dave Portnoy, you assume stocks always go up.
And
If you're a normal person.
He will tell you, like we should have told you at the beginning of this episode, we are not financial advisors.
Exactly.
And this is for entertainment and education. Not even education. No. It's not for educational purposes. It's for entertainment purposes only.
No,
And
one day
sometimes-
this is going to be played in classrooms, teaching everybody about random
what
acts of
not
finance.
to do because we're all in federal prison. Something will happen, dude. Like something will happen. Something bad will happen. Mark will come down, come crashing down. Like not like COVID where it bounces right back. It's gonna come crashing, and then you think it's done crashing. It's like, no, we found a new level of crashing, right? Like we haven't lived through that as adults, right? Like COVID is the closest thing. But like if you look back at like 2012, 11, 10, something like that, like that was like it went down and down and down. Then it came up and they're like, oh, we're okay. And then it was like, no, we're going down, 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 bad. Like it was like that. It was a rap song. The market was
I think the worst we saw was the 2008, 2009, but we weren't adults yet, so didn't impact us that much, I guess.
We just made sure the vodka sales stayed up. That's what we made sure we did at that point. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a recovery bill, right? It has to help. It has to it'll raise inflation, but if people keep spending money, it'll just kind of balance itself out. They'll just raise interest rates a little bit more. It should balance itself out. This isn't gonna, I think, affect the market enough either one way or the other. It'll help it rally, if anything.
Yeah, I don't think inflation, at least right now in the short term, is bad, because I feel like as the Fed data came out, we've been actually below expectations for many years.
Mm-hmm.
So if it balances out, it's not gonna change prices. It's not gonna do too much. So I think it's okay to get inflation, even if it gets 6%, whatever, it'll balance out over the years.
Yeah. We'll just eventually raise interest rates again to like 15%. It is what it is. I mean, eventually it'll just have to happen, right? But right now, like, this is a global pandemic, right? Motherfuckers are just dying out of the blue that shouldn't be dying, right? At this point, that like it is, you have to do what you have to do at this point, right?
Yeah.
You can get a little inflated. It's fine. I mean, I'm the only one fighting it.
A
Huh?
bad decides our interest rates now.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.